want to leave country, just make sure you leave the country for a very good intention. There must be a purpose. My name is Dr. Olayiwola. Yeah, I have my can I call it bachelor degree from the University of Ibadan. I studied petroleum engineering, and I worked briefly before I traveled down to Germany in Technical University of Gloucester to pursue my master's degree. I stayed there for 5 years. Then I moved down to US when I had the scholarship to come and complete my PhD program in system engineering. So I completed my PhD in 2000 this year, precisely June 2024. And I picked a job with the university as a research lecturer. I left Nigeria in 2015. That's the October 25th, 2015. I left Nigeria for Germany 2015, and I left Germany for US in 2020. So I stayed 5 years in Germany before I moved down to US. Actually, I left because of education. Then I was working in Kakasa Nigeria company because an oil and gas servicing company. I had another master's in JUI, but then I didn't put all my effort in there, so I was considering leaving the country to go and pursue my career to achieve my PhD program in my career. So when I had the opportunity, I left after I've resigned from my job. So I didn't leave because I was trying to look at the possibility of getting a better career in abroad. I left basically because of education. I was trying to apply to different schools, and while waiting for many responses from the school, I had a plan in mind that if any opportunity comes through the admission, then I will take the opportunity. The only preparation I think I had was that I tried to save some amount of money. I set aside a particular amount of money in case that, okay, my admission click, I got the admission, then I had to leave. And as I planned it, it actually happened that way because I had, when I was given the admission, I had only a week to leave Nigeria. And, that's my plan actually worked. I have to use the money I saved already to flight, to prepare, buy something I need to take along. I left. So in my own time, the only preparation I did, I applied. I did some GRE and TOEFL to qualify for the admission. And after I've done that, I tried. The only preparation is just to make sure that I save some money in case if I do not have enough time to prepare to leave the country. There's a condition attached to for all international students that you have to have a how can I call this thing? They ask every student to deposit some amount of money in Germany, in German banks. And until when you deposit such amount, you open an account online through the embassy and you deposit, I think it was 8,000 euros. So I used my money and I have the support of my brother. The exchange rate as I then was $160. Then naira to an euro. €1, 160. That was during the time of Jonathan. I was able to change with the money I saved, got like 4,500 euros. And my brother supported me. All this money we transfer it to the accounts which I've opened through the German embassy in Lagos. So when they realized that the money has been deposited in the banks, they had to give me my visa. But the exchange rate actually favors me that time, and I was able to get the required money deposited and get the visa to get to Germany. Honestly, I did have some fear because I was doing well in my company as a process engineer. It was at the time that the company identified one of the business strategic units where they want me to head. There was a discussion between the managing director of the company and my general manager that they had a plan to send me to England, UOP, to just let me be in the UOP, get the accumulation of the experience so that I can use that experience to come and service most of our customers in Nigeria. So that is exactly what I was planning for. That okay, when the company ready, they will send me abroad, and at the same time, I will have the opportunity to travel abroad, but on the agreement that I will come back to the company, since they are the ones sending me to go and acquire the experience and come back. So, when the opportunity of traveling to Germany through the study came, I was like, I couldn't even figure whether to take the admission or not, because number one, I'll be going for studies. I won't have there won't be any salary. I have my family in Nigeria. I was seeing it as living the certainty for certainty. So I was so scared. So it's a good choice for me to leave, or I should still stick to my company. Prayer and personal decisions. The candidate I actually left with fear that it may not work the way I planned it. Actually, it happened because I had some years of instability when I got to Germany. Germany is very. That was my experience of going to Europe for the first time and staying there. Very lonely lifestyle, cold, staying without your family, staying without friends. You have to just do things yourself. Many. So at one point, I was thinking, could I still come back and try to go back to my company, but try to adapt to the new environment I found myself. It was full of risk. Anytime I feel bored, I have to use WhatsApp to communicate with my people, to do video calls, and before you know it, I will just I forget being lonely or other things. So to grab my stability, it took me almost 2 years. I have some relationship with some peers outside the school. I had to leave my city. I went to Berlin, Dortmund to go and create some link connections with friends. And eventually I got a job there, and then everything changed. One of the things that favored me with them was that the exchange rate was very, very reasonable and bearable. Now to live abroad, to come to Germany now, through the same process, they're talking of multiplying $2,000 multiplied by 8,000. So if I'm correct, that should be 16 million naira. So with 16 million naira, I think there should be something better doing in Nigeria, that kind of money. If at all there's a very good system that allows the business to strive rather, to excel. So exchange rate worked well for me when I did mine. Presently now everything is on the other side. Then I had two options. My options are not much. So and then the first option came. I don't know the other person that wants to leave. Whether the person is doing well, he has multiple options. The candidate, if I were to be working in a company that is even more advanced, more in terms of my personal pursuits, personal agenda, like I'm a petroleum engineer. I was working in a process company that is not fully into my own area of specialization. If I were to be working in Chevron, ExxonMobil, I'm very sure I will not take that step. I will not leave Nigeria, because I will believe that I will still acquire the same experience I want to acquire through my education, through my work. If I were to be in that kind of conditions that I do not have a job, I do not have anything, living abroad should be the best thing, which I will surely encourage. But when living, it's still good that you need to know the route you need to live. Best route I will give to anybody is through schools. I can say it 100%. I'm an academician. I know what I'm talking about. There are conditions attached to when you come, like in US now, when you come to the US. If you come to do your master, before you finish your masters and try to apply for your EB2 or EB1, get your green card. I thank my God for giving me the grace to leave Nigeria, because if you want to know whether the measure you take is better, there is a comparative system to look at. Those you left when I was at the work, I have some colleagues at work. Compare their lifestyle to your lifestyle now, and then I can see a very big difference. I'm not trying to mock anybody. I'm not trying to be boastful. I'm just doing my analysis based on the grace I had through moving house. Having said this, like I said, the route towards this may be very, very difficult, may be very rough. But if we have a straight purpose of existence, you have the reason, the goal that drive you. When you keep pushing, I'm very sure that you'll get. I didn't have first class in my bachelor, but there's some unique record that we say, yes, I didn't have first class. I had a second class upper, 2-1 in the University of Ibadan. Still, I was able to get all these things. I don't believe it has to be first class. There are some exceptional 2-1s that have to be, which I think can be easy for them. I don't know, some people may not be able to. But even when the academic records are not that solid, there's a way you can even make it known to the professors that you are outstanding. You can do GRE, you can do TOEFL and have some exceptional degree results in those exams. When they look at those results, they compare with your own listing, and even if your bachelor or your master degree results are not okay, they can look at the outstanding performance you have in GRE and TOEFL and make their decisions. Presently now they are waiving some application fees for some selected students, not based on their bachelor degree or this thing, but based on maybe the GRE score, maybe the TOEFL score. So I think there are many ways to prove to people. My general advice is just like a summary of what I'm saying. First thing is that, okay, when you want to leave country, just make sure you leave the country for a very good intention. There must be a purpose. Remember my story. Being alive for purpose, it took me almost 2 years before I can regain my. So likewise, most of people now that took this thing without having a good direction, they are regretting, but they cannot get back home. They cannot take it. My first advice is, when you want to travel out of the country, let's be a purpose driven. Let there be a reason for it. It's not good to move from fire to fire. I know that the situation in the country is not that encouraging, but it's not at times good. All our eggs in one basket. It poses a lot of stress and threats. Number 2 is leaving the country. When you leave the country, I think just within your mind, prepare for the worst. Try to be more pessimistic than optimistic. In so doing, you will have some things that will guide you. You will have something that you are prepared within yourself that in case if it doesn't work this way, it will do what? I will take this way. So, but if you don't have a second plan, and then you believe that's the only choice you have, then it becomes a problem. Thirdly, as a Christian, the only thing I can say is that the Bible says, all our ways. Whatever you want to do, I still believe this same thing. Our Muslim brothers also have this same kind of thing. Whatever we want to do is still try to ask him for a different direction so that will tell us. I believe God